I hit record again because that's what I had been doing for testing the audio. But
Luckily, on my end, I don't have a ton of notes, so I don't know that I'm going to talk for that long for my section.
and you're going second, right?
Yeah, I'm the
Supposedly.
turkey
What?
in a sandwich. Turkey sandwich.
Oh,
Ham?
I got that, but I was like, man, that's such an old joke. But I
It's
still love
stupid.
it.
It's so stupid.
You are a turkey. All right,
Oh,
hold
it's
on. Let me before I start reading. I'm just gonna check and see if we're live. It seems like we are. Start reading. I'm just gonna. Okay. YouTube is live. Twitch is live. Okay, we're ready. I'm ready to read. If you guys are ready to drink. Where's the fucking? There it is. All right, you ready? Ready.
Oh,
3, 2, 1. Welcome to Home by 8, Drunk by 10. This is a five bagger. Which one of us watches the movie 5 times in 5 days, and the other 2, 3 probably watch it once? Today's movie is The Accountant, an action thriller released in 2016. It's 2 hours and 8 minutes long. This is Mel, Mike, and I'm Brian. We apologize in advance for audio, video, and content quality. Enjoy! Perfect. I did it so good, you guys.
No, you didn't. You stuttered in the first half.
Oh, come on. No, hey,
No, you didn't.
don't,
That was so
don't-
good.
That
don't
whole
talk shit about
scene-
that. Then next time he's going to come in with some bullshit like I do. Like, say it super slow. Don't. That was
Actually, no. Yeah, well, if we're going to compare to Mike Beeks, like, yeah, you were way above average, Beeks. like,
Oh, I did awesome.
Yeah, no, that was fun. I think I drank like half of this thing though. Jeez.
Yeah, it was that was literally half of that. Man.
As long as it's not super cold, I usually don't have a problem. My problem is every time when it's super cold, it freezes my throat.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
I learned it. That's why I take out that tall boy. When I log on to this Discord and hang out with you guys, because I know I gotta kind of let it go down, not to room temperature, but
And speaking of freezing my throat, let's talk about this movie.
Wow.
What a transition. There you go.
All right, so I'm going first. Y'all ready for this?
Uh-huh.
All right. So the basic main thing I want to say is that I liked this movie more than I thought I would, and also more than it deserves. Because
I agree.
It is a bad movie if you come to this movie for logical plot. Because this movie does not have any of that. there's nothing logical, soup to nuts in this movie. But I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. In my notes, I had several times, surprising, several times where I was like, I am enjoying this movie despite itself, and it seems like I'm getting a little bit of feedback from you guys that you kind of both felt that same way. Like
Oh, yeah.
I felt.
I'm just letting you talk. I felt the exact same way.
Sure. Like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It is in the top half for me straight away. It's in the top half of movies we've watched for sure.
Same.
Just some pure enjoyment. There was almost no reason for anything that happened in this movie actually to happen. Um, but all of that didn't matter because I enjoyed it.
No.
So I really liked his moves, his like karate moves. They weren't karate. They were Indonesian martial art.
Indonesian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Silat. Panak Silat.
also in the middle of the movie, suddenly it's all of a sudden Karate Kid. But I was like, okay, whatever. The flashbacks in this movie are ridiculous. Ridiculous. All of them. And why anything happens ever is just ridiculous. Anna Kendrick as the love interest, she is so misplaced, miscast. Like,
That's the same.
Can I ask you a question, Biggs?
Go for it,
Have
bro.
you seen her? I've never seen her before. This is the first time I've seen her. So, what works have you seen her before this?
Off the top of my head, the only thing I can think of is she was in an episode of Hot Ones.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen her in something. Like I recognize. Okay, I'll hijack your section for a second and say there are so many people in this movie that I was like, I know that guy, I know her, I know that guy. Don't know any of their names, but there's quite a few people that I recognize.
Yeah, the
yeah,
director we talked about
what was her
before,
name?
Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
But the director is that guy that when we talked about this, because you and I talked about this movie before we watched it after Mel had picked it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, because we were like, who the fuck's in this movie? And I was like, oh, J.K. Simmons is in this. And you're like, who the fuck's that? And I'm like, exactly. It's the guy you always see in a movie and are like, what's his name? Or you see the name J.K. Simmons and you're like, who the fuck is that? And you're like, oh, it's that guy. A million times before you ever actually remember who the fuck he is.
I still don't know who that is.
He's the bald director guy.
Oh, he's the Whiplash guy. I just watched Whiplash.
He's Whiplash. Oh,
sure.
I just watched Whiplash.
His name is J.K. He is the most name does not match person in the world. And like so yeah,
I 1000% agree with Bees for this. Like it's so true. It's so true.
Oh, J.K. Simmons is it? Who the fuck is J.K.
Who the
Simmons?
fuck is this guy?
Or like,
and then
you see this guy and you're like, what the fuck is his name? Every goddamn time, it's him.
Oh man, yeah. I'm not kidding. I watched Whiplash,
Mike, and I'm glad you watched it. Whiplash is amazing. I only watched.
It's a good movie.
It's an amazing movie. That's cool. Okay, sorry, Biggs.
No problem. I don't have a whole ton of stuff. I mean, I've got several notes. But basically they boil down to this movie. I enjoyed this movie more than I should have for some reason because I could never really put my finger on why anything was happening really ever. I mean, from the beginning, I knew I was like, okay, he's autistic. He's the sniper. It's like, I mean, whatever. I could point that stuff out. I don't think I made the connection that the other guy was his. Sorry, spoilers. I didn't make the connection necessarily that the other guy was his brother until it came up in the movie.
Yeah.
But I knew from the beginning that he was autistic. Blah blah blah. I wonder. Okay, this movie came out in 2016. Do you think Ben Affleck gets cast as an autistic super sniper in 2023?
Wow, that's a very good. You're asking us, right? Yeah. That's a very good question. That's a really good question. Go ahead, Mike. You have
so question number one: is there something I don't know about? Has he done something, or is there? I
don't-
just
No.
Oh, just
the current.
okay.
The current,
No, I don't
current
think so.
cultural climate
Yeah.
of 2023.
I don't know. I don't think this movie would be made with. I mean, I think this movie could still happen, but I don't think they would do the autistic part. I think that would be changed in some way.
Hmm. Now, does Ben Affleck
Like, oh, but is Ben Affleck?
Does-
would you
does
would
Ben
you, would you
Affleck-
cast
does-
Affleck? Yeah.
Ben Affleck claim that he's on the spectrum? You know,
I don't
because
know.
the spectrum is wide, my friends.
Sure.
Everybody's on the spectrum.
Preach Jesus.
It's true.
I sure. I think he could. I don't think it was like. I don't think his portrayal of autism was like bad or like.
It's not that his portrayal was bad. It's the fact that of course in 2020 from 2020 on basically representation not only of minorities in cinema in media has been a big talking point, but
Sure,
also
yeah.
people who are not such playing people who are such, you know. So can someone, you know, of course during when Rain Man came out, right, autistic, right,
Oh sure. Yeah.
nobody was like, oh my god, why is what's his name,
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman. I kept thinking Dennis. Yes, Dustin Hoffman. Why is Dustin Hoffman playing an autistic person? Nobody brought that up. But in
No.
2016, of course, this was still pre 2020, so maybe it was not a talking point. But in 2023, if they make this movie, are people, and not, of course some people would, of course, but is a majority of people saying, why the fuck is Ben Affleck playing an autistic character? Or would people see this, okay, they wait, reserve their judgment, watch the movie, and are like, okay, he may not be autistic, but he did a service to the autistic community with this performance? Or after watching this, are people like, fuck that motherfucker? What do you guys think? Just an initial gut reaction. Do you think his performance was something? And of course, none of us can speak for the autistic community. Let's say that first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys
I'm gonna wait
instinct,
for it
gut
till my
reaction?
part. But your question is something I'm gonna have for my take, Beegs. But
Okay.
but
Don't give us too much.
no. But I think there were other social and cultural factors involved in 2016 that that had this movie give this movie bad reviews, and I know why. But and you're right. It's a great question. But I'm gonna withhold my answer until it's my turn. But Mike, I'm curious what you think.
He might withhold his answer till his turn now.
No.
Y'all playing games.
I don't know that I have an answer. I didn't think it was that. It seemed his performance seemed okay. I guess maybe there definitely. I mean, for sure, there would be people that would have comments and complain about a non-autistic person, or why. I don't know. Maybe he is autistic. I have
We
no
don't
idea.
know. Yeah.
If I don't, I have zero idea.
I guess
Are there?
Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Mike.
Are there actors that have said like, "Hey, I'm autistic"? Like, I have no idea.
But like, I mean, I can revert back to, let's go to What's Eating Gilbert Grape with Leonardo DiCaprio playing
Sure.
someone with Down syndrome. So, and how did the audience react to that? You know, um,
Sure, even farther back.
yeah, I mean that was way back, but like, where was society at that time? You got to place it into that time period. Like, where was society and that culture at that time? So, um, I did not feel, um, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio. Why were you doing this? I did not feel that way. Him doing that because I was like I was like 7 years old when that movie came out. But I'm curious. These questions really good. Like for people, kids now. I don't know. It's
Also,
a
also, I'm
This
just
is
gonna
also
say real quick. I don't think he had Down syndrome. He had
yeah, I don't think
disabilities.
so either.
he had a disability. That's all.
Yeah, I don't think it was Down syndrome. But
My
this,
apologies.
this is also well over a decade after that. What was the TV show with the
Corky.
actor? What?
What?
Corky is who you're talking about.
Porky.
Who
yeah,
actually?
Yeah, but what's the name? That's not the name of the show.
I think the name of the show was My So-Called Life.
My so-called life. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Is that what it was called?
No,
I think it was
wait.
called My So-Called Life.
There's a no. I think Biggs, you're wrong.
I don't think that's
there's a
right.
different one.
The Corky is correct. That's who I was thinking of. That was the actor that has
Yes.
the character.
Life goes on. Life goes on. I found it out.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
What's
Yes.
My
Okay.
So-Called Life?
Yeah, Life Goes On. Life Goes On is right. Yeah, because it
Life
was
Goes On.
the cast was singing the Obla Di Obla Da. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there
That's
you go.
it.
Life Goes On. Sorry,
Yeah.
never seen it.
Well, yeah. So I mean, but this is like a decade past that guy. I don't know his
Yeah.
name, but that
Yeah.
actor.
Corky. Sure.
It's not his name.
But the character.
On the
Sure.
his name is Corky on the show.
Yes, I'm saying I don't know the actor's name, but
Actually,
yeah,
his
like
name
this,
is Chris Burke.
there you go. But so yeah, they could have easily cast someone that actually had autism.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. He did
But-
have high functioning autism, of course.
Oh,
He-
Ben Affleck's character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that.
Of
Yes, yeah,
course, of course he
mentioned
did.
that.
Which in the first flashback, it does not seem like he has high functioning autism.
No, he seems full-fledged
He seems
autistic.
to be having a real freak out.
Mhm.
So I found that a little. Well, I mean, there's a ton of inconsistencies with this movie.
Yeah,
So
For sure.
But yeah, yes, I think you're right. I think there would be a pushback for sure. with
More of
the
a pushback,
casting.
yeah. I agree. So yeah, in my cursory opinion on this movie is like I enjoyed it a lot. There are some things that I think if this were made 5 years later, I don't know if we'd see Ben Affleck cast as the lead.
Mhm.
And if so, I think maybe there would be some push to maybe, like you said, maybe make more consistent some of his autistic habits, right? Like
Mhm.
it's never really brought to the attention that it is basically a detriment to his activities, except that sometimes he has to go into a dark room and like punish himself, right? Is basically Dan Brown's what's that
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the Da Vinci Code
Yeah.
all over
Yeah.
again.
Angels and demons.
Yeah,
Kind of vibe. Yeah.
So
Well,
it just makes him a superhero, and
They
I
do
mean,
mention-
at the time in 2016, before people are so sensitive as they are now, if I'm an autistic kid and I see there's a fucking superhero autistic dude, maybe I'm fucking freaking out, and I'm like, fuck yeah, all right. He's got ticks and he's got problems, but he's also a fucking merciless killer and sniper. Fuck yeah, bro, let's fucking go. Maybe. So, maybe we've all just got a little too sensitive, huh? Maybe. It's hard
I was
to
just
tell.
going to say that they do talk about how the Ben Affleck character has to take things all the way to the end, no
Mhm.
matter what. Like that they do set that up a couple times. I don't think they do a very good job of it, but they do mention it or try and set that he
Yeah.
has to take things to the end, no matter what.
Yeah,
So,
and like I said, I feel that's a pretty good point. It's like they don't do a very good job of it. It's basically the subtitle for this movie, along with it's it's a fun ride, but they don't do a very good job with it. So that's kind of where I'm sitting.
uh,
I don't I don't know if I have anything else to say from my point right now. So let's go to Mike.
all right. Yeah, like I also we've covered quite a few of the things that I was going to bring up. I also am not going to talk a ton.
Uh-huh.
Was that a shout out to Mike?
Shout out to Mike.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Mike. I was just sorry.
Mel with the different headphones this week. What's up?
No, it's the same headphones as last time we were hanging out.
What?
Is it?
Same
I
ones,
thought
man.
You always use the ear pods.
I thought
No,
you,
no,
yeah,
no, no.
the ear pods with the
Go back to the. I haven't seen. I'm sorry, Beegs, but I haven't seen the YouTube video of our last five bagger. But go back.
Oh,
I bet
you
neither of
haven't
us
watched
have
it.
either.
Interesting. You're the
I'm
only
wearing
one.
the same. Okay, sorry guys.
Everybody else has watched it multiple times for sure.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Sorry guys. Yeah.
I've created new accounts to like it.
So, Mike, I apologize. Sorry. I didn't want to.
No.
Oh gosh.
So, I was wrong. It's not my first note. It's my second note. My first note said, "Whoa, this start isn't fucking around," because it's all of those dead bodies everywhere. Because I had nothing. I had no idea what this movie was at all.
Hmm.
The only information I had was a picture of Ben Affleck in a field with a giant rifle
Yeah.
from Netflix, and him
That was on your Netflix page,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
yeah, and him standing at Brian and I talked about this. Him standing at a desk with a bunch of, I thought were maybe notebooks or something, and that was it. So that's all that I knew. Well, and he was probably an accountant.
Yeah. In
Based on the
my
title.
Netflix
Yeah.
situation, I never saw that shot of him laying in the field with the gun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw a similar shot to what Mike's talking about, but it was actually slightly different. Where he's in a room with the notebooks and stuff. And then I saw another picture of him. You guys know when he's talking to the couple that run the farm?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a shot of him with the couple. So he's here, the couple is here. And like that's the only other shot I saw of him in my before watching the movie. So
Interesting. Okay.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
exactly. Why are we getting different pictures?
That's interesting.
Yeah, like Mel and I have the same, and somehow whatever is up with you, your Netflix is weird.
I'm too sensitive,
I think so.
apparently.
Netflix basically data collected you, man. You're like, okay, this Beagle family, they're not gonna get this picture.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, so do you remember the scene after the like when Affleck is killing all the people going up the stairs and stuff, and the
Sure. Yeah.
detective is following him, but you don't know any of that because it's all like just like
The Gambino and
it's
Mafia.
just legs
Mafia.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
Right,
okay.
you don't know
So-
it's him.
Yeah, so you don't know who it is, but then the next scene is the I don't know, psychiatrist wherever they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
So my second note says, "Oh no," and it says, "He is doing the puzzle upside down," and then a little bit later, it pans up above the table, and yes, he is.
Hmm.
And then it's a little uncomfortable here. I used to do that.
What? Really?
Oh yeah,
No shit.
absolutely
Sure.
yes.
Mike, do you have
Hey.
Asperger's syndrome? Have
I've
you-
never been tested for autism or Asperger's, but
Yeah.
I for sure I am in the spectrum for sure.
Really interesting.
Well, and also as an extra bonus that I thought you guys would enjoy,
Yeah.
not only did I do puzzles upside down, I would dump 3 puzzles into one pile and do all 3 of them at the same time.
What? That's mental. That's literally mental.
Hey, well,
You're like
Yeah.
you're like the guy I just saw on Instagram. You're like the guy that just solved the Rubik's Cube puzzle in 3 seconds.
no,
Like-
I'm not. No, I am not. But I feel like Brian has mentioned a few times, or subtly mentioned a few times,
Wait.
that I am
Beats, you know this
a bit
about
of a
Mike?
lunatic.
What?
Mike's weird, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, I used to dump like 3 different puzzles all to get like in one big pile and just mix up all the pieces and then
Yeah.
do them at the same time.
And
That was
upside down.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I got some mad
Picture.
respect. Wow, okay.
so yeah. So my first comment is, oh no.
Cutting a little too deep.
Yep. Well, hey, here's another comment to go along with this. When they show him and he pulls out the drawer and there's just one fork, one
Yeah,
knife, one
yeah.
spoon.
Yeah.
Mm.
When he gets to the table, I was like, huh, no napkin? That, that was the first thing I thought.
Wait, but Mike, did you agree with his order? Because if you notice, the knife is in the middle, and the fork is on the left, spoon is on the right.
Sure.
I don't agree with that order, but you know, I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting. Like how the knife is in the middle, point the bladed edge pointed towards the left, and there's a fork and the spoon
Mhm.
left and right. Yeah, I don't know.
What would your order?
I
your order
my order would be just I would separate the fork is all the way extreme left and the knife and the spoon. The knife would be on the right and then the spoon would be the outer right.
like in the drawer?
Yeah. That's how I
Like
do it now.
Wait. So in the drawer, it would be set up like it's at the table with like there's no plate. in
No,
them?
like
Is that what you're saying?
my forks are separate and then spoons and knives are together
Oh,
in the drawer.
Hmm.
But that's how I was raised. I don't know, but that's how I was raised. I don't know.
I have
No,
too
I
many people that live at my house to do any crazy shit like that. But I do separate adult and child utensils.
Utensils? Okay. Interesting. This is very wow, this is all like interesting stuff right now for me. This is really cool. Sorry, Mike. Keep going.
One of my notes said, "Hey, Whiplash guy." So, what was it? JK
J.K.
Simmons.
Simmons. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
he wrote Harry Potter also.
Yeah.
No.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, and also like the brother I recognize from Walking Dead and something. I've seen him somewhere else, but
He's
I
in.
know he was in Walking
Never seen
Dead.
Walking Dead.
But
He's
he's
Apparently
been
he's
in a
in it.
bunch of other stuff. I've definitely seen him before.
I love him. He's in The Punisher. The latest.
He is the Punisher, right?
He is the Punisher.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
only
seen-
know that because I read about him. But yeah, I know he's in Walking Dead and he's in The Punisher. He's the Punisher. But yeah, I don't recognize him from anything personally.
But yeah, so the J.K. Simmons, what was it, Anna Kendrick?
Which is wild
yeah.
that it is wild that I saw her and I was like, that's Anna Kendrick. I don't know why I knew her name, except I'm pretty sure she was in Hot Ones, and maybe I could be
I've
wrong.
never
She might not have even been Hot Ones. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I was like, oh hey, I've seen her somewhere. I don't know where.
She was miscast. She is the most miscast person in this whole movie.
Interesting.
Sure. Yeah. Well. Okay. Yeah. Well. Okay. Let's get to that. I am super glad that they did not do like a love thing in this.
Because
That
he's
she
autistic.
just basically disappears
Yeah.
like halfway through the movie.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, that's good.
Because autistic people can't find love.
Well, hey, come on.
That's basically what they're telling us, Mike.
I'm married.
Is that possible? I don't know.
Mhm.
Are you saying I have a loveless marriage?
It's basically what I'm saying.
Hey, be nice. We're all good friends. Be
Hey,
nice.
I've never been tested. I don't.
We're
actually-
all on the spectrum.
If I'm
spectrum.
Hold on, I've got 2, 3. Yeah, maybe 3 more things. I really, really disliked that they were brothers because I called it very early in the movie. I think the scene where he shoots into the car when he's like Affleck is following him. At that scene, I was like, oh fuck, they're the brothers, aren't they? God damn it. Please. I was like, please, please, please don't be that. Because I like this movie, but if that's where this is going, that sucks. And it's exactly where it goes. So
I'm very,
Also-
very, very sorry to stop you, Mike. Can I interrupt? This is a question that I had to both of you guys. The predictability, is that the right word? Yeah, predictability of this movie. How far were you in this movie when you just predicted the plot and the storyline? Like what Mike just mentioned, like, oh, that's the brother. Braxton, that's the brother.
Basically,
I'm
every
very
step of the way.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
like,
I didn't
Yep.
pick it out that quickly.
basically, like
No
every
surprises at all?
Not specifically that point, but like every step of the way, like it was like foreshadowing out the wazoo from fucking the get go. It was
Okay.
like every fucking scene in the beginning of the movie was like, okay, well, this is happening, and okay, so yeah, okay. It is how I felt when I was watching the whole movie, and which at the same time, like I said, I enjoyed this movie all the way through, which is crazy because I never had like a twist, like, oh shit, where did that come from? I never felt that way. It was like, yeah, okay, I know this is coming, but at the same time, I was like, it's still a fun ride.
Mm-hmm.
Mike?
So I was for until I think it was that scene where he shoots through the car.
Mm.
Um, up to that point, I thought I wasn't sure if they were gonna like if Affleck was the autistic brother because they hadn't shown the other. I think is supposed to be older brother.
Younger
No?
brother.
I
Younger brother.
was he the,
No,
the
really? I thought he was older too.
Yeah, the younger brother. Braxton is the younger brother.
he's
Oh,
younger?
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. I thought he was the
I
older
didn't
brother.
know that. Mhm.
I was not sure. I thought they were trying to make you question which brother Affleck was because I
Sure.
was not.
I think that was the mystery too, as well.
But
Yeah.
if it was not that scene, it was right around that scene where I was like, oh no. I guess no. I guess it was after because I think before that he was in the hotel and he said that he was mild, whatever he says about
Yeah.
autism. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
yes, yeah. So at some point, Affleck says in the movie present tense says that he's autistic of some
Yeah.
kind.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
I can't remember if that's. I think that was actually So I think the gun was after, or the shooting was after.
Mm.
But up to that point, I was questioning which brother Affleck was,
Okay.
which I thought was going to happen all the way through the movie. But then at some point, it made it pretty clear. But then I realized, like, oh, they haven't shown the other brother at all.
Bingo. Yeah.
So I was like, huh, interesting choice.
Mm.
But
Yeah. So there was eventually just one option for him.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought them being brothers, I really, I wish they had tried to figure something else out. So I think that sucked.
Can I say something that I didn't mention when it was my turn? I'm sorry. But the woman, the very autistic woman who stopped speaking, right?
Justine.
Sure. I did not realize when watching this movie that she was the voice on the phone. It wasn't until
Nice.
it was not until later when I was reading about the plot summary after having watched it that I was like, "Oh, shit!"
Even the final scenes. Even the
Yeah,
final
it did not
you
click
didn't-
for me.
That's
I'm
where
sorry.
it clicked for me.
I'm sorry, but also I did not sit down, clear nothing around me watching
Yeah.
that scene when it happened. So I watched that scene while kind of making dinner, and so it didn't it might have skipped you know I wasn't super focused as I would have
Sure.
liked to have been, and so when reading the plot summary or whatever, I was like, oh shit, that was the same lady, and that's the lady on the phone, and blah blah blah. So yeah, I did not catch that when I first initially watched it. So I just wanted to say that.
Mm.
Yeah, that's my one of my final notes, or my final note is wait, that lady from the puzzle piece, that's the one that's been talking to him this whole time.
Mm.
So that surprised
I
you as
didn't-
well, Mike, as well? That surprised you? That
But
Yeah, I had
he
no
watched
idea.
it in the movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
as I was watching the movie at the end,
Okay.
as the final, like as he's driving away with the trailer thing,
Taylor, yeah.
I was like, wait, what? She was the one that was talking to him this whole time?
Mm.
Yeah, that surprised me. But
Okay, good.
I don't feel like they set that up. But I mean, I only have, I guess, one more thing to say, I guess. But this is one of the first. I didn't do it, but this is one of the first movies that I actually thought about watching again. That
Oh
was
wow!
one of mine.
I
I
feel- Yeah.
thought about watching this again because I was like,
Mm.
I'm sure there's stuff I missed. In
Yeah.
this.
I
Yeah,
agree.
there's a lot
I
of
agree.
I didn't, but this is the first. I think the first movie ever that I was like, I should probably watch that again.
I agree. 100% agree.
But yeah, okay. I have. Do you want to hear my dumb comments or the one? The
Bring
one
it up, bring it
actual
all, bring it all, man. Bring it
All
all.
right, the one actual like normal like I don't know if this is meaningful, but I like that this movie felt like an action movie from when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like an 80s 90s action movie.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
This type of movie
Yeah.
doesn't get made. And
Yeah.
like it's so weird. Like this I liked this movie a lot.
Me too.
And I think it's because it's totally
It's like
an action movie from my childhood.
it's like in video games. It's that B tier of video games. It's like the Syndicate or like Infamous. It's like
Mhm.
it's one of those kind of
Yeah.
games that is just like a lot of fun to play. It's not $70, but it is a lot of fun and
No,
like
but it's like $40 and it's a
It's
fun
yeah,
40
time.
and
40
when
bucks?
you finish it, you're not like, oh my god, I gotta know where the rest of the story goes. You're just like, man, that was a fucking good time.
Yeah.
If they
No, I
made
can't-
another one of these, I'd play it, I'd watch it. But it's
I
not
mean,
like
they clearly set up like if this is a hit, we got an accountant too, because he drives off with his
Yep.
trailer into the sunset. Like they totally set it up.
Yep.
But yeah, no, like it was nice to watch like an 80s action movie, but from 10 years. Well, not even
Yeah,
10 years.
and also not like a super buff dude, not
Yeah.
fucking Van Damme, not any of these fools from that era.
Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's just
it's
it was
it's
yeah,
an
it felt-
autistic superhero.
Yeah. All right, so
Very
the dumb
interesting.
comments I was gonna say that I wanted to bring up is earlier in the movie when he's writing on the fucking windows of the
The office.
the
Yeah,
office
meeting room?
space.
Yeah.
I was like, I really doubt that this is how accounting works. But also, God, I would be terrible at accounting.
Boy, my computer has.
Also, the one of the things that as the Kim Affleck and God, what's her name? Anna
Kendrick.
Sure.
When they're in the trailer, one of the things that he puts in his like bug out bag is a Batman comic book.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Wrong, Mike. It's
Oh,
it
well,
not?
Superman issue 1.
Oh, is it Superman?
Issue 1, and that's
It's not Batman. Oh, okay.
No, it's the very first issue of Superman, and that's
Action
one of my
Comics.
questions.
What the
Action
fuck is
Comics.
happening with my fucking computer? It keeps going to fucking lock screen. What is happening?
I don't know, but that was one of my.
I'm gonna actually you, Brian, and say that it is a Detective Comics.
Detective Comics. Yeah.
I think-
Which Detective Comics though, Mike?
I think Biggs is right. I think
It's not
Action
Detective Comics 1.
Comics. No, it's Action Comics. I think it's Action Comics. Biggs is right.
Wait, no. Oh, well,
No,
hold
it's
on.
D-
I'm actually.
DC.
Hold on.
It's
Hold on.
DC.
Hold on. Detective. Oh my god! Why does my computer keep going to fucking my lock screen? What is happening? I think Detective What the fuck is happening? Did it again?
All right, so Brian, fix that.
I don't know
The-
how.
What's the Walking
think
Dead guy?
Action
figure out
Comics
his name?
is. Hold on. I think Action Comics is Superman.
Yes.
Detective. What the fuck? Detective Comics is
No,
Batman.
did they merge at some point? Is that what you're
No,
getting at?
No.
But Affleck put the Action Comics Superman issue 1
What?
into his
Is
messenger
happening?
bag, and
I-
that was my main question. Was like, what the fuck is he doing? Because he has a trailer full of cash, gold, paintings, and he specifically brought that comic into his bag. I don't know what that purpose was. I guess it's kind of like a maybe it
Well,
could be like a
it's an Easter egg for
it's an Easter egg
his
kind of thing.
character as
Yeah.
because at the time he was Batman, right? Isn't this the same?
Yeah, it's the
when
same
he was,
era.
I thought
I
it
think
was
it's
super
I think
fast.
it's the same year.
It's the same
Oh.
year when he was Batman. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just assumed it was around the same time. I just figured it was a
That was
Easter
that was
egg.
one of the main parts of my notes. Is like, why the fuck did he do that? Like, what? Why did he put that Superman comic into his bag with his gun? You know.
All right. Last two things: the bomb or grenade or whatever that he like puts
Oh
down
yeah,
the
dude.
guy's shirt
Yeah,
and then like
yeah.
it blows up. There's
Yeah.
no fucking way. Unless that's like the weakest grenade in the world. That it
I don't
So-
know. I'm not sure if it's a
Fucking
grenade.
what is happening?
Oh, okay. Sorry. I think it's a flashbang.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh.
a smoke
it's a
grenade
flash-
or something. I thought it was a smoke
it's a
grenade, but
flash-
there's no like smoke that comes out. So yeah,
I'm
it's-
pretty sure it's a
It's
flashbang.
very small. It's a small grenade for whatever it is.
But
It's
he-
not like a
He tucked
like-
it
like-
under
yeah,
his
tucks it
bulletproof vest. And-
inside the other guy's bulletproof. So it's bulletproof vest, another bulletproof vest,
Yeah.
and then his chest.
I'm
but-
pretty sure it's a flashbang.
okay. Hold on, folks, because we're having a big problem over here, and I have no idea why. But right now, I cannot see anything that's happening. But are we still live?
Are we
Well,
live?
I,
still, or-
I look very good.
No, it looks like it's gone black. So
No.
I don't know what is happening, but for some reason, it just keeps it just did it again. It keeps logging me out.
I
Yeah.
can see on your screen that something keeps flashing back to black or some dark color.
Yeah, I have no idea why. This has never happened before.
I'll
but
be back.
It keeps fucking sending me to the lock screen, basically. And it seems like every time that happens, like it just goes black for the stream. Yeah, it happened again.
Well, everything I said recently is totally
I'm-
unimportant. So
No,
we can just
I
come back.
I can't imagine it's cutting out audio. I assume it's just cutting out video. But also, like, why does this keep happening? Like, there's no buttons getting pushed anywhere on anything. Like, this is fucking crazy. Why does this keep happening? And right now, no problem. But then, like, it'll all of a sudden do it, like, twice in 5 seconds.
Mhm.
So,
Oh yeah, I've noticed every time it happens, I can see on your your room gets slightly darker.
mhm. It's fucking weird. Why does this keep happening? Oh well. Yeah, so once we get back, it's Mel's turn, unless you got anything else left.
Nope. No. Like the only other thing is totally unimportant, but the Walking Dead guy did we find out his name? I don't.
No, definitely not.
Whatever that guy's name is. He
Archimedes Pozo.
he has clearly done some wrestling training because when he's fighting Ben Affleck, he totally does like a wrestling, like trying to get out of a grapple hold thing.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, I've done that many times. I know what that is. In that stupid fight between the two of them. If they didn't have the stupid brother on brother fight at the end, I don't know what it could have been, but just not being brothers, I think I would like this movie more. I really didn't like that he was the brother.
You know, yeah, okay, I agree, but also, you know, Mel not being here is not great to talk about this, but
Oh yeah.
the whole Ben Affleck going to prison thing and like fucking being mentored by that dude from like Curb Your Enthusiasm or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yes.
every part of this movie is just terrible by itself. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, brother on brother, the father is just worthless. It's not even a compelling character at all. The fucking Jeffrey
Was
Tambor or whatever thing in prison, none of that
was
is
the
relevant
was
or
the father a famous actor? I didn't recognize the father.
I didn't recognize him either. I don't know.
Hi
But
guys. Sorry.
basically, this movie succeeds despite basically every part of it.
Mel, was the Affleck
Oh,
father,
speaking of dads,
was he famous?
Is it my turn? I don't know.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
Okay,
you
hold
had
on.
you had some dad questions for us.
I did. Can I?
Yeah, you're good. I'm done. Go.
Okay. I agree with all of your opinions, guys. And there's a lot of loopholes and the things and what Mike you said about the having some flashbacks of like 80s action films. Yes. I fucking love this movie. I really, really fucking love this movie, and I think this is probably the first movie that all of us agree that we really like. I think
At least for a while, for sure.
for sure.
It's been a while for sure. Yeah.
And I was so surprised because I don't know if you guys remember, I learned about this movie from a podcast, a chef that does a podcast
Oh yeah.
who said
Yeah.
that like he like loves this fucking movie a lot.
Smorgasbord, bargain.
And like I just watched it, and I was just like, holy fuck, this movie fucking rules. And there's a lot of loopholes. I enjoyed the ride, and I will go back and trace back to what Biggs said. Like, there's a lot of loopholes, a lot of fucking dead bodies that has never been covered, not been resolved. A lot of dead bodies, a lot, and like and the local cops in various locations just never really picked up without that. I wanted to ask both of you guys.
74.
I wanted to ask both of you guys
What?
something. It's a very different topic, but like,
I was just pre-answering.
okay.
Sorry.
No. No. This is just a very simple question. But if your children had a bully, how would you guys react? You learned about the bully, said bully, school bully, or just bully. How would you guys react? And what would you do to console your child?
That is a difficult question. I've personally dealt with this a few times already.
I also have dealt with this, and I'll answer not when
I'm
we're
gonna
recording.
I'm gonna straight up, this is a live, right, recording. I've had bullies when I moved to the United States, and
Are
I'm
we
just
talking
kind of
about
curious.
are we talking about ourselves or our children?
Oh yeah,
No,
wait.
no. We're talking about your children, but I've experienced having bullies, and I'm remembering how my father dealt with it. So I'm curious about how both of you, hypothetically, if your children had bullies, how would you deal with that situation?
Well, when I had bullies, my dad was hundreds of miles away, so he didn't do shit. When my child has had bullies, it's depended. I've wanted to do, stuff, but I've felt.
What's sorry? Can you define stuff, Biggs?
Oh yeah, like like beat the shit out of the other kid's parents.
Sure.
So,
Sure. Sure.
that kind of stuff is what I've
Yeah.
wanted to do. But I've tried to go about the correct channels. Let's say bringing it to the attention of the teacher, etc. So mostly that's been the extent so far. You know,
Okay.
I'm not allowed to just beat the shit out of people generally. So I don't.
Who is?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. So I've tried to I've tried to go along with that. So
Yeah.
not that I haven't wanted to. I've wanted to. I've wanted to do stuff. And it depends on the situation. But most of the time, I
But
mean, it's tough because you're not there.
yeah. Yeah.
So
And
whatever your kid tells you, it
yeah.
also depends on the kid how much of it you believe.
Yeah.
So
Mike. Yeah.
I don't want to go into details, but yeah, my kid has been bullied,
Sure.
and we have had to have meetings with his teacher and the principal
Okay.
before. But also, he is still currently friends with
Said bully?
the previous bully. Yeah.
Yeah, said bully.
So it's I don't want to talk about it while we're recording, but I'll tell you later.
No. Yeah. No, I'm just
I totally will tell you later. I just don't want to put it on the internet.
Here, the reason I'm asking this question, guys, is because when we immigrated to the United States, from Philly and then to the Bronx, and then we moved to upper middle class Connecticut. And at that point, I was in junior high school. Yeah, I was bullied, and what my father is a immigrant, right? And my father is he's the son of a Green Beret affiliated World War II veteran. The first thing he mentioned was, "We're going straight to the YMCA. You're getting fucking judo classes or karate classes. You're gonna beat the shit out of this motherfucker right now." And that was normalcy for me, like for my brothers and sisters, And I didn't think, I was just like, what? Okay, sure. But I didn't care about the lessons or classes, but I just wanted to be like, that was the mindset that my father instilled in me. He's not military, but I come from a military type of family. But like lineage, yes, thank you. So when I saw this movie, holy shit, it just brought me flashbacks to my grandfathers. The way not my father specifically, but grandparents, how they specifically talked. Like you're susceptible, you're weak to flashing lights. You're susceptible to loud music. You cannot deal with cotton. Well, son, the world is a harsh environment. We're gonna make you learn to be adapt to this environment, basically. And that was what connected to me. That was the most interesting point about this film to me, was that, like, wow, this dad, as much as I hate him, this dad reminded me so much of my grandfather. And it comes from a different time period. And I feel for the psychologist, the psychiatrist, the psychologist. They knew what they were doing, but like, what grabbed me in this movie it wasn't the action film or the action sequences or how he became who he was, but it was the education of the father due to the fact that the mother left and gave up. Basically, she gave up on her kids.
Mhm.
And the father was just like, this is how you're going to survive in this world. And that to me is a very, 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 how do I say, interesting parenting, I guess. And I believe in 2016, I really, really believe when this came out in 2016, many people in society disagreed with this, alongside with the shootings that were the school shootings that were happening in this time period, in that decade. I really believe that's why this movie had so many bad reviews. And however, if I just remove all of the social and cultural nuances and the time period of this movie, and I watch this movie, I fucking had a really good time. I really did. I really had a good time. All of you guys said all the loopholes, but I really believe it was a good, well-made movie. And I didn't care about Ben Affleck portraying as a autistic person, but like I felt like he was kind of doing something. He was basically showcasing about the potential of people in the non what called NT community, people who are non-autistic. So I really felt like this movie does a really good job, and I really like the story. And to answer Mike's question, they are making The Accountant 2 with the brother.
Oh, really?
It's coming 2024. They're making this, yeah.
Oh.
So,
Hell yeah, bro!
I had no expectations for this movie. So
I'll watch it.
I'll watch it. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
That the final scene, I've watched this movie 5 times, and the best scene I really, really loved was that final scene with him and his brother meeting up after 10 years, and his younger brother just frustrated and pissed off because, you know, the accountant went to go see his mom's funeral with his father and never told his brother. And the younger brother was so fucking pissed. And then, you know, there's a lot of problems in that situation, but like you could feel the younger brother's frustration, how he hated his mother abandoning his family, and you know, his younger brother adores his older brother, the accountant, but yet he still abided as like a fucking lapdog to his father. And that killed me. That really, really killed me in that scene. I really felt like there was a sense of brotherhood. You know, I just felt like that made me love this movie much more. That sense of like, you know, all this killing going around to all of them, but like they still love each other. They still like, you know, family was the big thing for me. So. It's like what Brian said, like there's a lot of loopholes, there's a lot of like bad shit that doesn't connect so much, but that sense of brotherhood that really connected with me a lot.
As you were talking, I just realized the middle finger that he gives his mom
to his mom,
like that makes a lot more sense.
You, man, you like
Like in the moment as I was watching the movie, I was like, why did he flip off? It's like, what the fuck? But
and
like
and you can
later,
see his
like
younger
now
brother.
I kind of get it.
All those years, his younger brother was tolerating his older brother's, being different, and just like you could feel the frustration within the family, and I can just see the younger brother be feeling like targeting his mom, being like, "Why did you have to collapse our family like that? Like, how dare you?" And I completely understand the younger brother's frustration,
Mhm.
and that's what killed me at the end of the movie when they both met, after 10 years. I really love this movie a lot. Part of it is very biasness because of being, I love my brothers. Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Okay,
really love my brothers.
Mike and I have no brothers.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have a brother.
Okay.
I have two
I
sisters. Also, I don't want to steal your thunder. So
no.
let me ask one question.
Sure.
What's with the art? The Pollock and was it Rembrandt?
The Rembrandts. Well, I mean, there
Like-
are other forms of
I mean, I
Was
know
it-
they're just like,
sorry,
expensive, but like,
was it
why?
actually stated as a Rembrandt? I would have guessed it was a Monet, but
Was it
No,
Monet?
he said it was a Rembrandt.
it was a Rembrandt. Okay,
He mentioned it to the
payment. They were payment.
yeah, but
Yeah.
he mentioned to lower the auction price down on the phone call.
Sure, but like, why does he have?
He received
he
them
was-
as payment.
Payments. There were payments, forms of payments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Sorry.
Okay, so I don't have any brothers, but I do have a son who has learning difficulties and whatever, and so I thought if let's say if he were to watch this movie, first of all, I don't know if he would recognize that Ben Affleck was playing a character that had learning difficulties.
Sure.
Because it's so very subtle as far
it's
as
very subtle.
It really is.
in the very beginning, it's very clear, right?
Yeah.
When he's portrayed as a child, it's very clear, but as an adult, it's too subtle. So like, as far as that target goes, I feel like they missed it. I feel like having an autistic superhero is a good idea.
Sure.
I don't think they did it. I think they had an autistic kid who was later portrayed as an adult with quirks, and that's too bad. That's a little bit too bad. But like we've all said, I think we all really enjoyed this movie, and there's problems with it.
There's seriously, like Brian, you said, man. There's a lot of loopholes. Like,
yeah,
fucking-
there's a lot of things that they could have
trails,
tightened up. They could have
the bodies, the
Yeah.
bodies just like left.
yeah. There's some things they could have done better. But overall, I think all of us enjoyed it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay. Sorry. One more question.
Here it
Sorry.
comes. Here it comes.
I know you're wanting to wrap this up, but why didn't Affleck kill the Whiplash guy? Why did he let him go?
It was, he asked a question like, so, are you a good dad? Basically,
Yeah.
That was in the flashback, right?
that was in the flashback. Yes.
Yeah.
But it was not in the first flashback. It was in the second.
It was in
second one where you saw the full.
J.K. Simmons' character, Raymond King.
Yeah.
He had the gun pointed back in the back of his head.
Yeah.
And
but that was the original. That was the original flashback to the first scene of the movie.
Yeah, it's the first scene of the movie, but you're seeing the full picture. Not
you feel
just.
the full picture. Yeah,
Right.
near the climax.
But like, why didn't Affleck kill him?
Because he was a good dad. We
He
don't.
was a good dad. Yeah, that's what
Easy.
he was. And plus, like, Raymond
And
King
also, if he didn't,
did
if
not.
he had killed him, then he'd be gone for the rest of the movie.
I mean, yes, there would be no movie.
Sure,
I
but
understand
like,
that.
but he did not. Raymond King did not violate his moral code, whereas the Gambino Mafia basically took his fucking mentor slash other dad.
yeah.
You know, but like, and then
He also you didn't see it because it was off camera, but he shit himself. So
yeah.
so that was Ben Affleck's like number one weakness.
That was the way.
That was his kryptonite.
The shit down the floor.
Yeah.
No, that's
Somebody-
Superman. He's Batman.
No.
But, like-
well, no. Ben Affleck is Asperger's man.
But here, let me ask you guys this other question. I wanted
Wow.
to know.
Another question. Here we go.
Okay, sorry. I wanted to bully question, but like, maybe it's a different generation, but like, would both of you would influence your children to take up a martial arts?
No.
Interesting.
I have 3 children. I have not done it so far.
Okay.
Only if they said if
They
they
wanted-
showed
they
it.
want-
My oldest has
Okay.
had to, in junior high school, has had to study both kendo and judo. So
Is it
it's-
because that we live in a
it's-
very
it's just part of their curriculum.
is
but
it because that
he-
we live in a very quote unquote safe society? Because back in the day,
If I were raising my kids in the U.S., it would not be a priority for myself either. There, but yeah.
so like we first lived in the South Bronx, and like it was natural. Go get your ass into the fucking YMCA karate lessons, and then like fucking learn karate.
I never learned, except in college. I took a class in karate. And
Yeah.
here's a funny story. So I took a class in karate. I went for like the first couple of lessons, and then just stopped going to class. and then I was like, weeks later, I was like, I should probably go to class. Showed up for class. It was the final, right? Totally, completely true story. Showed up for the final, and I was like, oh, shit, I don't know anything. So I just looked at the
Did
person.
you fucking Karate Kid?
What I did was I looked at the person to my right, and I just copied what they did for the entire fight. I was just like this, and I fucking got a B in the class. 100% true story. Just copied what they did in the final, and like I had missed probably like 4 weeks at that point.
Is that
And-
the tiger style? Tiger style.
No, whatever it was, we were doing kata for the final. We had to do a kata for the final, and I just watched the person to my right, and I copied exactly what they did, like a half a second delayed, and I got a B in the class. And I was like, yep, I'm a karate master. So, there you go.
I was slightly different story.
That is the extent of my martial arts
Karate.
training.
I saw Karate Kid. Thought it was the greatest thing that has ever happened.
It is the best movie ever made.
It is currently the greatest movie that has ever been
It's
made.
fucking the greatest movie, man. So good.
Halloween costume, Karate Kid.
Mhm.
The
And
bathroom, the shower curtain.
Oh no! I was just like a
Daniel son.
the gi like
Okay,
Karate Kid
okay.
looking thing for Halloween, and got my parents to sign me up for Taekwondo because they were like, it's close enough.
For sure.
And also, I'm a kid.
Was it YMCA?
I don't know.
Was it
I don't know the
YMCA?
difference. Yeah, it was like Boys and Girls Club.
Boys
YMCA.
Go-
It was one of those. I don't know which one it was, but yeah.
Oh man.
And I went
Yeah.
for like 2 years.
Wow.
I think I got a yellow belt, which is like you showed up, basically.
Hey, you showed up for 2 years. Good job.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Here's
so
a belt
wrong.
your parents have to pay for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
$50.
Your-
for the
Your parents have paid like $400 for this. Here's a yellow belt.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
yeah, I did not feel growing up that I necessarily had to learn a martial art. Of course, I think I could have fought like like street fighting, punching and shit, whatever. And,
Yeah.
roughhousing with my dad and my cousins and whatever. But
Yeah.
I never learned anything until, like I said, until college when I had to take an elective, and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, karate. That was it. So
I
All right, let's.
I was not athletic until junior high.
mhm.
Okay.
Up to junior high, I was pretty useless. And then in junior high, I became sort of athletic.
Apologies, guys. I'm on like a time restriction, so can we do the beverages and the ranking as soon
Let's
as
do it.
possible?
Let's go.
Apologies. Hmm.
I've got both of my ranking and okay. Let me recheck my ranking.
I've got my ranking and my drink ready.
My drink is ready. I just need to look at my.
Hold on. Let me open up the 5.
And I'm sure Mike also has his next movie selected.
I do also have my next movie.
Oh, very streamlined, guys. Thank you.
Let's see. Yeah, my opinion has not really changed from our conversation. It's
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and read out real quick. Read out the list
Hmm.
while you guys are doing your thing.
I'm good. I'm ready.
Okay, then I won't read out the fucking list.
No. Go, Beegs. Read it out.
Dickhole.
Read it out. Read it out, man.
Number 1, The Karate Kid, Nosferatu, The Usual Suspects, In Bruges, The Princess Bride, Raging Bull, Sleeper, RoboCop, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Some Like It Hot, Gone Girl, 3:10 to Yuma, Miller's Crossing, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, followed by number 15, Brazil, The Thing from Another World. The Thing from Another World! When Harry Met Sally. Begin Again, The Maltese Falcon, Swiss Army Man. 21, PG, Psycho Gorman.
Hmm.
The Five Venoms, The Warriors. Stagecoach, Eraserhead, Kimi no Na wa, Rope, Friday Night Lights, A Shot in the Dark, Shaolin Soccer, Sudden Death, Under Siege, Cobra, The Producers, Left Behind, and then the final 2, Where Dreams Go to Die, and The Right. Shout out to Raj.
Raj, shout out to Raj. Yeah,
You think he'll ever come back someday? Just for
He
like
might.
one time.
Whoa! Wait, hold on. I can ask him.
I mean,
if
he can come back permanently.
But
He can
like,
come
I
back
know.
anytime he wants. He's welcome
problem-
back, but
The problem is like we're doing it late. Right now, it's late Friday night, so it's early Friday morning
Let's
in
ask-
Alabama.
hey,
Oh,
Kabir,
yeah, I'm
what
sure.
time is it in
We're
Alabama?
easy.
Early
In
Friday
Alabama,
morning.
It's 9:56 a.m.
9:56 a.m. So he would have to be on board to start recording at like 8 a.m.
Yeah, I don't know
On
about that.
8 a.m. on a Friday.
9 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, we're only an hour and 19 into this recording. So if he's up at 9 a.m.
All right,
But
on a
but-
Friday,
If we do it on a Saturday, I'm sure
He
he's
can-
down for Saturday morning.
but he's
Yeah.
he's definitely welcome to come
he's definitely welcome.
if he wants.
Raj, you're always ready, buddy. You're always welcome.
I'll let Raj know. He knows. Yeah, man. Okay.
I've got my. So we're going with drinks first. Is that how we do it, Mike? You know. You're the expert.
God, yeah, I know. Every time we do this, I always know.
And this
that-
whole week, Beast has just been talking about the drinks, and I'm like,
It
you.
was a
I-
tricky
I-
one for me.
I feel okay with my drink. Let's go drinks first.
Wait,
Yeah,
fair-
I'm
fair-
okay.
No. Let me mention it. Fair enough, because this film, there were only two scenes that had beverages involved. There was
Mhm.
one
Yeah.
scene at the living biotronics CFO's home where Ben Affleck's brother was drinking milk with some sweets or like
Oh, with
pie.
the
Yeah,
pie, some kind of pie. I forget.
that was
what it
so he had a glass of milk, right? And then the other scene that had a beverage was at the nice hotel with Ben Affleck and the girl, and
Mhm.
they were eating dinner, or she was slurping on a fucking milkshake,
Mhm.
and
Mm.
that was it. And then Ben Affleck basically had a meal with a glass of water. So it's really hard. I get it. It's really hard to.
Yeah, nothing's saying to me.
um,
But I came away with something.
Well,
Okay.
so yeah, before
Me-
before you showed up,
yeah.
we were talking, and my drink is not inspired by the movie. It's how I
Representative of it.
feel. Yeah, how I feel about the drink and the movie is
Same.
simple.
Both for me.
Like it's
Same.
not.
Same.
My drink is inspired by another movie. It's inspired by this movie in relation to another movie. Let's say.
That seems like cheating.
Nope. You're wrong. That's where you're wrong.
Oh, okay. Well, weird.
So the other, I'm just gonna say, the other movie we watched starring Ben Affleck was Gone Girl. My drink for Gone Girl was Seagram's Cooler, right? There was a lot
Sure.
there was a lot of scenes in this movie while watching it that really reminded me of Gone Girl. Like it's set in a different area, supposedly.
But-
It's
Yes.
right, and like it was so reminiscent of Gone Girl that I checked to see if like the director or the producer or the cinematographer or whatever was the same, and none of them were. But I was like, man, this so much of the scenery, so much of this like color grading, so much of the cinematography, everything reminds me so much of Gone Girl. And also in the back of my mind there was a drink that popped into my mind and I was like, that's what I keep thinking of when it comes to this movie. And then I went back and watched, which by the way, 3 years ago our Gone Girl on Five Bagger was. 3
Wow.
years ago.
3 years ago.
Wow.
So I
didn't know
went
that.
back, I watched the very end of it to find out what I had picked, and it was Seagram's Cooler. And so I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I have to go with this drink that keeps coming to my mind. And this drink that keeps coming to my mind is, and I'm not sure if Mel, you know this or not, if it was an East Coast thing or not, but do you know Boone's? Or Boone's Farm?
I have no idea.
So Boone's Farm or Boone's was just like a sweetened wine. Like this is basically where I started drinking when I was like 16 or whatever. You get a bottle of Boone's from your older sister or whatever.
Oh shit!
You get bottles of Boone's. It was
I
like
My dad just gave me a
sweetened
Coors Light
wine.
and be like, "Here's a beer."
Yeah, no. When I was little, I get cans of Rainier from my dad. Sure. But
Okay.
this is like, you get bottles of Boone's, right, to drink
Okay.
with your girlfriend and, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Anyway,
Yeah.
Boone's is what I'm thinking of. It's
Boone's, huh.
called Boone's Farm, and it's
Yeah.
basically like sweetened wine. But it basically, think of like any kind of like wine cooler that you drank in like
Is
high
this like a
school.
spritzer kind of thing?
It's not a spritzer. Think of a wine
No,
cooler.
Yeah, it's
Wine
like a
cooler.
giant wine cooler.
It's like a
Okay.
giant wine cooler from like high school or whatever, like your
Okay.
very first parties you went to.
Sure,
And
sure.
like, it's like the sneaking, fucking kind of sweet alcohol you get that you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
fucking down. Basically, that's what Boone's was. So that is the drink I came up with, is Boone's Farm. And
What's
that's
the
it.
reasoning? What's the reasoning for
It,
this?
like I said, it kept coming to my mind, and also it tied into Gone Girl, in that I picked Seagram's Cooler, which is basically like a bottled version, like a individual bottled version of a Boone's. So
Sure. Okay.
it's like imagine Zima except like fruity.
Do you know Zima?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. So
for
do you
some
remember
reason,
when people would put a Jolly Rancher in a Zima?
Yeah.
It's like that.
It's like that,
Okay.
yeah. Like
not quite.
not-
It's not
not-
quite the same.
Like
but
when
it's
I was
close.
like 16 years old, when I was like 16 years old, and I'd sneak girls into my room, like we'd go through a bottle or two. Hey, my mom's not here. It's fine. Shh. When I'd sneak girls into my room, we'd go through a bottle or two or Boone's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But Boone's was in like a wine bottle size
Yes.
Interesting.
thing, right? It's
And-
like a Zima was like a beer bottle
Zima
size.
was basically a
Yeah,
beer
yeah.
bottle. Yeah.
Beer
No,
bottle.
this
it's
is like a
individual.
giant
This
Zima.
is you share with a lady, right?
Okay.
But
Okay.
but here's the point: is like, okay, so where it connects back to this movie is that nobody should want to drink booze or boons. Everybody should try to drink booze. Nobody should want to drink boons, but when you drink boons, you have a good time.
There you go.
You do.
Thank you.
There you go.
Same as this movie.
Okay.
Until you're vomiting a rainbow.
I'm gonna,
Then you're
give,
having
a,
less of a good time.
give a shout out to Paula. I just want to say, Paula, had a good time. See ya.
Mike?
Mm. My drink is a flaming Dr. Pepper.
Oh,
Flaming
that's
Rose.
Interesting.
different.
Interesting.
So flaming Dr. Pepper is pretty good
Yeah.
until you swallow the thing and you're like, oh, this doesn't taste very good. Which is basically how I felt about this movie. So this movie's really good. And then
Yes.
it got to the brothers part. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, come on. So that's how I feel about a flaming Dr. Pepper.
Fair
They
enough.
do kind of taste like a Dr. Pepper,
Hmm.
but then the aftertaste is just, ugh, this is bad. And that's how I
Wow,
feel
Wow, that's interesting.
about the brother part. So yeah, my drink is a flaming Dr. Pepper.
Hmm. I'm gonna be very quick. It's very opposite of Mike. Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on
Wait, what?
of the characters. I'm Ben Affleck. I'm gonna just focus on Ben Affleck, and my drink is a classic screwdriver. You know,
Whoa,
it's
weird.
orange
okay.
juice and vodka. You know, you look at Ben Affleck, straight laced accountant, little weird, but you know,
It's okay.
he's an orange
You can
juice.
say orange,
you know?
orange kids.
Yeah, but really, that motherfucker is a fucking straight up vodka, 100% alcohol vodka. Like
Sure.
that dude.
Interesting. I
That
actually
dude-
thought about orange juice because of that breakfast he made.
There you go. But he
That-
never had a drink when he made
Right,
that
right.
breakfast. He never had a beverage with his
Yeah.
breakfast or his dinner. Whatever.
Also, that egg thing was super weird.
It was very weird. But you know, I mean, autism. I guess that's he's
Okay,
very.
let's
specific.
back off on
You know
that.
how
You know.
autistics are. They're
But like,
eggs.
But like, I did appreciate that you know, I've never done this, guys, but he did this a lot. He
Yeah, the
blow his fingers a lot.
blows his fingers.
But anyways, like, yeah.
Oh, I do this. I don't blow my fingers, but I do the. I flick my thumb and my middle finger. It's fine.
Middle finger a lot. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So, anyways, my beverage is a screwdriver. He looks like a plain normal orange juice, but really, it's
fuck you in the
vodka imploded. Yeah, it's vodka induced, and it's gonna fuck you up.
Mhm.
So that's my beverage. Classic screwdriver.
Nice.
All right, let's go. Rank it. I'm ready for my rank.
I'm
Already.
ready for my rank too, as well.
We count it down. We say 3, 2, 1.
Let me look.
You
real
guys
quick.
say, and then I say. That's how we do it. I feel like there's going to be a narrow spread on this one.
We will see, but
Well, we all.
I
have-
don't
feel like
think
we all
we're going to
have
say.
agreed.
I don't think we're going to say the same number, but I think we're going to have a narrow spread.
We've all agreed that we're in the top half.
and that's why I like this episode a lot, because I think this is the first time that we all agree that we like this film in some way.
Well, I
So-
don't think it's the first time. I'm sure the top half, we've all agreed that we've liked
I
it.
think I think I don't think that's true. I think we all liked Raging Bull.
I think we've all
Oh,
liked
that's true.
several
Like
movies.
I think we all liked In Bruges.
Oh, that's true. That's
The
true. And
thing
Princess
the thing
Bride.
here is we've all liked this movie despite it being not good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. This is the first time that there's a movie that's not really that good that all of us actually
Like we've
like.
all nitpicked the shit,
we
but also
also-
we've all really enjoyed it.
we you know, we didn't talk about it, guys, but like after the first time watching this movie, I checked up Rotten Tomatoes, and like so many shit critic reviews of this movie, and I'm like, wow, really?
right.
Like,
Can I ask this question first?
yeah.
And you guys can jointly decide not to answer it or not. Wait, not to answer it or answer it. But is this movie lower than Gone Girl?
No.
I'm not gonna answer.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. I'm gonna say yes. So
Wow.
Mel and I split on that. It is
Wait.
lower.
I thought Mel said lower. No? What did
I
you say?
say lower than Gone Girl. Mel says higher than Gone Girl. You
I'm
say
gonna say it's higher than
abstain.
Gone Girl.
Yeah, I'm not gonna answer.
You say abstain.
But
Okay,
I
interesting.
will, okay. I will say
No.
I'm
That's-
in that zone.
That's all I wanted to know because
No.
interesting.
No. Hard no. For me.
Hard no. Interesting. You are wild.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm actually picking the top of the range that I put this movie.
Okay, I'll pick the top of the range as well. I'm just gonna pick the top of the range
No, you don't have to. I'm just saying that.
No,
of
I'm
the
gonna-
range
I'm gonna.
I said.
because right now I'm very far away from Mel, so I'm gonna pick the top of the range.
How are we doing this? On 3, 2, 1?
Well,
On 1?
we go. I'm gonna say it because I'm the one that's recording, so
Okay.
it's always the same. I say 3, 2, 1, and then point. You guys say, I take a beat, and then I say. That's how. we do it.
Mel's not gonna get any shit at this end for me not knowing how the first part goes. He doesn't know how this part goes.
No,
I
it's
knew.
it's his first time.
Oh, okay.
He's new here.
15.
I'm new.
What?
Oh, was that too early? Oh, sorry. That was a joke.
All right, Mel, are you ready?
I am ready, actually.
Hold on, let me make sure. I know my number.
All right, we need to pick this, and then I need to pee.
And
Yeah,
then
I
Mel needs
I
to
gotta
go for
leave.
some.
I
Really
gotta leave, guys. So I gotta leave.
3, 2, 1.
9.
15.
Wow.
Okay, 2 9s and a 15. I was joking about 15. I just picked a number out of nowhere.
No, that's crazy because 15 was my upper register.
Register. That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy. We said 9, Mike.
My number, if I was gonna say just by myself in the vacuum, was 21.
Okay.
Okay, weird. That's how I
Interesting.
always pick. And like I said, I was going top. I don't think this is better than RoboCop. I have made it clear that I think RoboCop should be higher.
RoboCop?
RoboCop should be higher.
I'm echoing Mike. I looked at RoboCop. That's the first thing I saw. I saw RoboCop. I'm like, yeah, no, RoboCop is better than this movie. Boom,
Yeah.
9.
Exactly. I mean, I basically landed at the same thing. Like, it's not better than like it's. I mean, you could argue Ma Rainey for me for sure.
You could argue
Being
it, but
better?
I cannot put it over Sleeper or Raging Bull or Princess Bride or
Yeah.
I cannot put it over Nosferatu or no.
Hold on. No one is trying to do that. So that's a crazy thing to say.
Yeah, no. Brian's trying to bring it down.
Yeah.
He's trying to say that Gone
I am
Girl.
by
he's trying to
far
say
the
Gone
lowest
Girl
on this.
is
So
below.
no one is saying this is better than The Princess Bride, Raging Bull, Sleeper, RoboCop. No one except for you guys are saying it's better than Ma Rainey, Some Like It Hot, Gone Girl, 3:10 to Yuma, etc. That's all on you boys.
Yeah.
I mean, Brazil for sure can go down.
Yeah.
Invasion of Body Snatchers.
My problem is I really enjoyed this movie, despite its story, and like. So things like 3:10 to Yuma, Gone Girl, Miller's Crossing, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, even, like I think all of those have better stories.
Sure. But did you enjoy it?
Maybe not better produced movies, but as far as like wanting to watch them again and better stories, I would put those all above this personally.
Okay.
Personally.
But wait, hold on. Just you agreed that you would watch this. This was one of the movies that you said you would watch again. Would you watch all those other movies again? I'm not saying that this is criteria, but I didn't feel like I needed to watch Gone Girl again, or 3:10 to Yuma again, or Miller's Crossing again.
That's, well, okay, Gone Girl, maybe you've got a point.
But also, Gone Girl and Miller's Crossing, I watched 5 times, so I had to watch them again. So it's not really fair, but I'm just saying.
Gone Girl, maybe no, but 3:10 to Yuma and Miller's Crossing, I would definitely watch before this again.
Interesting, because I 3:10 to Yuma was my movie, and I don't want to fucking watch it again. And I'd rather watch.
Yeah, that is.
I'd rather
watch.
watch.
That is a
I
hard
know that's
point to
not
sell.
a fair question, but
that is a very hard point to sell.
I would rather watch The Accountant again over 3:10 to Yuma, in my opinion. I mean,
but we're at 9 and 15. Is that where we are?
Yeah, you guys both said 9, which puts me in a real hard position.
So to meet halfway, we're in the Gone Girl 3:10 to Yuma zone.
Is this better than Gone Girl?
I think it is, but
I think so. But also, my range was 9 to 14, so it was above Brazil.
That's a huge range.
my range was 15 to 22.
Oh, okay. So you were way down.
You're way down, man. Okay.
From me. But yeah, my
like for me,
range was
basically this movie comes down to I enjoyed this movie. It's not a good story. That is
Sure.
basically how I went with this movie. And so any movie ahead of this had to be a movie I enjoyed and was a good story. And that's why I put it at 15. Because basically everything ahead of this was exactly that. A movie I enjoyed that had a good and or logical story. So that's where
Yeah.
Uh,
For me, with that logic, yeah, I would put it above Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Actually, even though I love that movie so much, but like, 310 to Yuma, it's very typical Western. Um, I don't know. I think no. I'm not gonna say anything else, but yeah, I would go with 9. I'm gonna go for me. I would go with 9. And I'm gonna have a high ball.
I'm not going to hold that hard to 9. 9 was the top of where I thought it would be.
9 was my fucking top.
I am. Yeah.
I would go. It's. mm, You could go under 310.
You can go Mel. Go get a
Under
highball.
Miller's.
Okay.
Yeah. Go.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna blabber. No one. No, Brian's not even gonna listen. Don't worry about it.
Totally is. I'm fucking focused like a motherfucker.
No, you're not. This could go under. I mean, this isn't that big a question, but.
How about 14?
Oh, sure, yeah. I'm okay with that, but I was trying to think. Think it's better than 310 to no. I keep thinking 310 to Yuma is the old one. It's just
Fucking
the
the
one.
310 to Yuma. The problem with 310 to Yuma is the fucking short story is so good.
Yeah, well, also the older movie is so good, and that's the
Yeah.
one I keep thinking of. And it's not the one that we
God,
watched.
the short story is so good though.
Uh-huh.
They should have never made it a movie.
No, they did. They did it in the 60s. It was good.
No, but it's not as good as the short story.
No, it's not. Yeah, I would say knock down Miller's Cross 13.
Is this fair? Is this actually better than Gone Girl? You guys? Gone Girl was good. Gone Girl was good. That's what I'm saying. Gone Girl was good, Mel. Gone Girl was good.
I'm gonna say this. I personally, I
Mel's
like
gotta
this
go.
better than Gone Girl. So, and I gotta go.
Hmm.
I actually like this better than Gone Girl, to be honest.
All right, where are you putting it, man?
9.
What did I say? 9. Yeah.
You're sticking at 9?
Yeah.
Well, okay. I mean that's where I put it. I'm willing to go down, but if you're not moving, I guess I'll stick with you.
All right, let's do it. Let's go 9. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I love you guys too much.
Is that what it really is, Deegs?
For sure.
I really, yeah. And I'll be honest, Mike. Just no offense, man, but I was like, I fucking hate it when we watched Gone Girl, man. I fucking was so bored watching Gone Girl. I really was.
Hey, you know what? It's
really
a very
was.
long movie. You should watch it. You should watch it 5 days in a row.
I was so bored watching it. I was like, oh my god, why is Mike doing this? I was just like, but that.
Well,
there we go.
I'm not doing that to myself this time.
Okay.
All right, so we've got our number 9 movie, The Accountant, And now we gotta get our number 39 movie.
All right, that's where
guys
I'm
ready?
waiting for. I'm waiting
I'm
for
ready.
this. Ready?
It's a-
Give
It's
us a
it's
hint. Mel's got to get out of here quick, so give us real good hints.
Yeah.
It's a comedy, drama, fantasy.
From the year,
Oh, sorry. The year is 1993.
Is it called?
Oh,
Is it
not
called When the Eagle Family Does DXM in '93?
yet.
no,
No.
nobody in the Eagle family but me did DX for sure.
I don't think that was 93 either.
Is it?
It's very on the nose.
One more time. Comedy, drama, and on '93.
Comedy, drama, fantasy. 1993. And it's
19.
very on the nose.
What's the name of the movie with Dave Chappelle and
Oh,
they sell weed?
yeah. Get not hot. It's don't think of hot. It's
Half Baked. Is it Half
Half
Baked?
No. See, I'm
Is
trying to speed. I'm trying to speed this up. No, it's not half baked.
Is it drug related?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, I don't think so. But it's
Nine?
very on the nose for what we do.
Is it
Nine.
Guys on Film? Is it fucking In Living Color?
I don't.
Hated it.
I don't think they made a movie, but
They should have.
no.
93.
93.
Wow, that's a long time
Is
ago.
it Undercover Brother?
No.
Is it
Can you-
is it an Austin Powers guy? No, what's his name? Mike Myers.
Mike
Is it a
Myers.
Mike Myers vehicle?
No.
Or is anyone from Saturday Night Live?
Yeah,
Yeah,
David Spade.
Yes, someone
Yes.
from Saturday. Well, wait.
Okay, it's not
Think-
Mike Myers.
It's not Mike Myers, but I think
Saturday-
was he on?
Is it the Conehead?
Mike
movie?
Myers was on Saturday Night Live, man.
For sure.
No. I know he wasn't.
Coneheads.
Oh yeah. It is a Saturday Night Live person.
Will Ferrell.
No. I gotta pee. Hold on.
God
Wait, you
damn
can't do this. You can't do this.
You got you have to allow him this. 1993.
What?
It's
1993.
it's not Ace Ventura
Jim
because he was never
Carrey.
on Saturday Night
no.
Live.
Okay.
It's got to be.
It's gotta be- it's gotta be like a-
Is it a Chris Farley movie?
it could be a Chris Farley or an Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, it could be an Adam Sandler. I did not watch. I've never been a big Saturday Night Live fan, so
It could be. I'm guessing it's Adam Sandler, bud.
if it's Adam Sandler, it's early and it's like the
Like fucking Happy Gilmore.
the Water
Or-
Boy.
Waterboy was later. That was like 97, 98.
Yeah, 93 seems early for a Saturday Night Live.
That would be like Happy Gilmore or
Even before. Who was at it could be a what's his name? Eddie Murphy? Eddie Murphy? Who's between
Eddie
Eddie Murphy and Chris Farley?
oh
I'm real bad at this. I don't know.
a white dude or a black dude? You know?
Good question. It could be Undercover Brother. It could be what was that pimp guy? I don't fucking know. Mike, come back.
Wait, it could. 93 was like.
Phil Hartman. How about Phil Hartman? Was he in
Was-
something?
I really thought you guys would get this right away.
Wait. Was Adam Sandler? Is it an Adam Sandler movie?
No.
Neither one of us has watched much SNL. So
Chris Farley.
No.
Chris Farley,
Older.
David.
Mike
David
Myers,
Spade.
Older.
Eddie Murphy.
No, okay, that's around the same time, but no.
Oh, okay.
Bill Murray.
Yes.
Is it Groundhog Day?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I said it was on the nose
Yeah.
of what we do.
Yo, you're watching Groundhog Day. I
A
haven't
Groundhog
seen
Day
Groundhog
5
Day.
times.
I haven't seen Groundhog Day in like 30 years.
There you
Literally 30 years. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Nice.
Groundhog Day. Like I said,
Nice.
on the nose. I thought that would be a good clue.
Nice.
Now it is a good clue.
Sure. Yeah, Groundhog
Bill
Day. That's what we're doing next. Well, I'm doing next. Oh God. At least it's not that long.
How long
how
is
long
it?
is it?
How
How long
long
is
is
it?
it?
9 inches.
Gosh. It is.
She wishes.
He wishes 9 inches.
I can't find it.
I'm gonna guess 94 minutes.
I'm gonna say 68 minutes.
Nice.
No, that's way.
68 minutes is insane.
101.
What are you talking about? What?
101.
That's short.
101. Okay. Wow, I haven't seen Groundhog Day in like ages.
Yeah,
Pakistani.
I probably haven't seen it since. Let's see, it came out in '93. I haven't seen it since about 1993.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess 1994 for myself.
Yeah, maybe '94, but it's been a very very long.
Was it like a ABC Sunday night movie like in April or March? It must have been.
Maybe.
I mean, it could have been on TV for sure,
Yeah.
but no, it was a theater.
Oh yeah, for sure. I definitely saw it in a theater or on cable or whatever when it came out.
Yeah.
But I've seen it. I'm sure I've seen it more than once.
I
But,
literally seen it like
it has
once.
been like 30 years ish.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
I have seen it.
I just thought that would be watching a movie 5 days a week.
What
Five
the good news is it is not the movie I have picked for my movie, which comes next. So
That's
good.
right. Yeah.
So we're good. And there's no way any of you fuckers are gonna guess
Nice.
what I picked. So good luck.
So
Well-
the end of the next episode is going to be horrible. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, 30
well,
minutes. 30 minutes of guessing for sure.
I just
Right.
want to say, I'm glad you guys had a good time watching the film that I chose because
I
I was
liked
not sure. So,
Yeah, good stuff.
I will definitely watch a sequel to that movie. A movie
it's coming out.
I really had no
out.
intention of watching. I think I put it on my watch list on Netflix, but it was not top of mind. But yeah,
It
I will
wasn't top of
definitely
mind,
check it out if it comes out. So that was cool.
Nice.
Mhm.
All right, gentlemen.
Later.
Later.
Ending the
Adios.
stream. 3, 2.